We did a front walk reno and got so many questions on how to do it. Whether you're installing a fire pit, a patio, a front walk, or garden edging, in this video today, I'm going to show you warriors how to install pavers like a pro. Warrior House DIY, empowering you with skills for life. Make sure to like this video, check out our helpful links in the description below, and don't forget to subscribe. Welcome back to the channel. I'm JR with Warrior House DIY, and these are the steps to work through your paver project. The first step is pretty obvious. It's the planning phase. As you can see here, we took our front walk, we laid it up on paper, took our measurements, which helps us to understand how much material we're going to need, which leads us into step 2, which is material selection. After we've decided which types of stones we're going to use, we know the dimensions of them, we can calculate how much we need and get those loaded up on the truck. You might be asking what kind of tools are required for a project like this. I'm going to go ahead and say it from a professional perspective. A wet saw tile saw is going to be your weapon of choice when it comes to cutting stones. If you can get the height right on that, you can blaze through a 3-inch stone like a hot knife through butter. If you don't have a wet tile saw, you could always use an angle grinder with water added to keep that cut cool. And the last resort, which is going to be the cheapest option of all and maybe even preferred by you, depends on how precision your cut needs to be, is going to be a masonry chisel. Using a masonry chisel, you can get a score line, tap the chisel along the way, and split that block exactly where you need it to be. Now, if you're doing a herringbone pattern, I'm still going to go back and recommend that you use a blade for more precision cut. Now that we're ready to actually start laying down our front walk, in our case, we were going over an existing sidewalk. If you have the luxury of doing this and it's level, this is going to be the easiest setup you've ever dealt with. The first step for us was to lay out the outside course. I held off on the angled cuts until the very end. We used a block adhesive to glue these blocks down to the sidewalk. And then we brought in our second course and started filling in the herringbone pattern. If herringbone is your pattern of choice, the one suggestion I can make is to lay it all out with solid bricks first and then follow up at the end with your angled cuts. It's going to save you a lot of time from walking back and forth between the saw cutting area and your work area. It's also going to save your knees and your back a little bit. Now, when it comes to the garden edging that we use for our flower box, this is the same process that will be applied if you're laying a patio on fresh dirt or a fire pit or landscape edging of your own choice. We didn't have a foundation to work off, so we needed to create our own base. In our case, our stones were about 7 inches wide, so we chose to use the shovel as our guide. It makes work a little bit easier. Tap that dirt down, add paver base or any other sand and stone mixture that you can get from your local Home Depot, Lowe's, or Menards type store. Level it out, set that first layer in place. After the first layer is in place, we used a construction adhesive or block adhesive to secure down the next layer. And for the final touches of beauty on our project, we decided to add some landscaping fabric, fresh mulch, fresh plantings, and some solar-powered lights to light our way. Warriors, this is a project that you can do in one weekend, saving yourselves a whole lot of time and a whole lot of money if you do the prep yourself. We are here to help you along the way. Feel free to leave your comments and your questions down below. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.